Hey Loonicorns, welcome back to my channel, Thrive with Lou. If you're new here, my name is Anna Luna. I am a musician, a healer, a teacher, manifesting my best reality. Let's be friends on all social media sites. Just follow my handle. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Boise, and I post often. Be sure to check out my Vocal Warmies Friday on Instagram Live every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I show you how to be a better singer. Also, you can find all of my original music. Just search Anna Luna. So in today's episode of Loonicorn Thoughts, I'm going to show you how to overcome writer's block. A lot of us creatives suffer from writer's block from time to time. Maybe you're stressed out. Usually it's because your mind is riddled with so many other thoughts or worries or concerns or even negative thoughts that you just can't get past, and that stifles your creativity. We're going to talk about how to get rid of those thoughts, how to overcome those things and move forward so that we can continue to be creative. Pretty much when I create, I'm just naturally a creative person. I'm naturally artistic. I obviously have done music my entire life. I've always done arts and crafts at home since I was a toddler, pretty much. So I can't really say that I suffer from writer's block personally, but I'm going to show you guys how I don't go through that emotion. Basically, one of the first things that I like to do when I'm about to start writing, I set the scene for myself. So for me, being in quarantine, being at home, I do everything from home. Literally everything from home. Work, music, study, fitness, everything from home. So when I want to create, when I need to be creative, since my space is multifunctional, I literally use it for everything, I have to make that space inviting for me so that I can have those creative thoughts, so that my thoughts can free flow and just come out naturally and I don't have to force them out. So I set the scene. I personally like to write in my room, or sometimes I even like to write in my car. It just depends on what I'm doing. But I set the scene by putting on some music that I like, whether that be relaxing music or whether that be turn-up music. Maybe it's some SZA, something that I can sing along to that I love, that I know by heart, and I'll just play it on repeat to get myself in the mood.
Sorry, bangs are slipping.
I talk to you guys a lot. I talk to you guys a lot about essential oils and diffusing essential oils in your house. I always do that when I'm getting ready for a session. Orange, if you are ever in a crabby mood or you're just kind of grumpy that day, it will help lift up your spirits so that you can have, good rest of your day. All right, and then we also talked about playing music that inspires you. If I'm working on a beat that day, if I'm writing a song and I already have the instrumental for the song, I'll play the instrumental. I'll play it over and over and over again on repeat and just start to listen to what sounds come out. Like when I'm listening to the song over and over again, the instrumental is telling me as the vocalist what to do. Like I'll literally hear my vocal part in the song itself. And this takes a little practice, it takes time for you to be able to just jump right into it and hear your melody and go for it. And, with practice makes perfect, right? You get better with practice. So if you're trying to get yourself into that zone, if you think that maybe it takes you too long to get into the writing zone, like what I used to do when I found myself struggling for lyrics, what I would do is throw on instrumentals on YouTube, and I would literally just write along to every single instrumental that came on. I would just freestyle something to everything that came up, and that helped me get past overthinking my words. Melodies, easy peasy, but sometimes I overthink the words. So let the song speak to you. Let the song tell you what to do. Let the song tell you what direction to go into, what melody to sing. Listen to the song, listen to the instrumental as you're creating it. Always give yourself some type of scratch that you can play and listen to. I personally like to do the instrumental before the words, before the melodies. That's just me. Everybody's different, right? Give yourself that scratch, because when you try and squeeze everything into one moment, like there's definitely been times where I've sat down and I wanted to write a song and complete a song in that same day. Sometimes it's better if you just come up with a little, melodic part on the guitar, if you come up with a chord progression, or if you build an instrumental in your DAW, whatever you do, right? Play piano, whatever. If you come up with that instrumental first, the lyrics and the melody will just naturally come out when, you do it later, if you go back to it later on that day, whatever. So that would be my suggestion to you. If you find that those things aren't helping you, I would say meditate. Definitely take time and quiet your mind and figure out what it is that's on your mind that's stopping you from being creative. Because life has a way of throwing us through the ringer, right? It's like we're all just laundry in this washing machine getting cleaned. And, as we're in there tumbling around, it's hard sometimes to not internalize those thoughts or those worries. It's hard to be creative when you have no money in your bank account, or you feel like, you're worried about getting into college or whatever, you know what I mean? So I would suggest to you that if you are having writer's block and you just can't shake it, there's probably something gnawing on your mind. You need to figure out what that is and stop it from gnawing on you. It's like a parasite. You have to take that thing out so that you can be free and so that you can free flow, right? It's kind of like in Moana. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I forget her name. She's basically like Mother Nature, right? When her heart, the heart of Tahiti, I think, when her heart gets stolen, she turns into Ka, this evil lava monster, right? That's kind of how we are when we're bogged down by negative thoughts. We turn into something that we're not really, that we aren't really, that we don't want to be, that we don't want to convey to people. We don't want to show up as Ka, the evil volcano spirit. Whatever it is, trying to destroy the entire world, right? We want to show up as our true selves with our pure intention, right? And in order to do that, you got to get your heart of Tahiti back. You got to remove the negativity so that you can have that pure, clean energy running through you. If you find meditation doesn't help, I would recommend working out. There's something about a really good run or like a hard cardio workout to make you cast off your worries. Like, I don't want to encourage anybody to use pharmaceuticals or anything like that. Like, we're talking all natural stuff, all natural to get your mind right? And I know personally that I could be pissed. I could be super mad. And if I go work out, if I go on a really hard run, or if I go bike, there's something about that intensity and the sweat that makes you push that out. So if you are having severe writer's block and you just can't shake it, go work out. Go literally push that out so that you can come back and be yourself, your creative self. My last tip for you guys about removing writer's block from your life is to not push it, okay? If you are writing a song, whatever you're working on, if you're just writing anything in general, a song, a book, a poem, a sonnet, I don't know who writes sonnets anymore, but somebody does, a haiku, whatever you're working on, don't push it. Do what you can and then move on to something else. There's no shame in working on a song for a little while and then moving on to the next thing, right? There's plenty of days where I'll work on a song for as long as I feel like I want to work on that song, and then I move on to a different one. Or maybe I switched up. Maybe I'm working on vocal lessons or vocal warmies, and then I move on to play guitar for a while before I go into songwriting. Whatever it is, make sure that you don't push yourself to the point where you don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Give yourself grace. Be patient with yourself, because you'll get it done. You know, if you're creative, it's part of you. So don't force it, don't push it. Let it come out naturally. If you can't do it in that moment, take a break and come back to it later. It'll still be waiting for you to finish. All right, you guys, those are all of my tips and tricks on how to overcome writer's block in today's Loonicorn Thoughts episode. I hope you guys got some great tips and tricks, because all of those things are literally what I do to avoid writer's block. That's literally like creative kryptonite, and it does not exist in my world. No, ma'am. So I hope you guys all have a blessed week. Stay creative, stay productive, get writing, get songwriting, go work on your book, whatever it is, website building, I don't know, anything creative, go do it, and don't let any negative thoughts hold you back. Thanks for watching today's Loonicorn Thoughts. I will see you guys on the next week's episode. Be there. Love and light.